Hi guys, today we are on the farm and we are going to check out a farm of turkeys and guinea fowls. Yeah, these are birds that you can keep at home in your compound, and we are going to be speaking to someone who is doing this, a farmer that is doing this as another source of income, and maybe you can pick this and also try to do it at your home if you have some little space. So this person keeps the birds at home for easy monitoring, and also utilizing the space that you might be having at home, but also to get an extra source of income. So this is something that you can actually try at home. So yeah, I'm going to be speaking to this person, and they will tell us what happens on the farm and how you can also try to do such a project at home that can give you a side income, or even people that do not have other sources of income can actually do this farm for the main source. So let's go around and we see what happens. So on the farm, I can see these turkeys. Oh my God, oh my God. There are so many. There are so many. And these are just kept at home, as you can see. As you can see. And then there's kind of like a greenhouse to basically fence them off, fence them off, because if you're keeping them at home, you don't want them to like be all over the place, but they're actually free range. Yeah, they are free range, so they are not in cages. These cages are just for keeping the young ones, but once they are out, they are kept down here in free range. So they just take shelter when it is hot. Yeah, and that's it. So let's go and see what happens. Let's speak to the farmer and see what they're up to.
So this is the cage, greenhouse cage for the turkeys, and we have three types of birds here. We have turkeys, we have guinea fowls, we have Toulouse, we have Toulouse geese. The geese are where? I don't see. Oh yeah, they are there. They are about 10 in number. They are policemen of the farm. They police these turkeys, because these turkeys they are not very good. The whites with some colors on the back shall go there. They are Toulouse geese or geese, because there are many numbers. We have about 6 females and 3 males. That's 9. So these are turkeys. These ones which are eating from here. This one now is a female one. Is a female one. It has about 6 weeks. It has 6 weeks, and we expect it to lay eggs in about 10 weeks. So 10 to 12 weeks. So I wanted to show you the difference between a female and a male. Males are long-legged, like this one is a male, this one is a male. All those ones which are going there, which are high raised. So they eat together. They're about 6 weeks. Yeah, these are called troughs. These are drinkers. They drink water from there. So the environment here is not very controlled, because these ones can't die of low temperatures. So this is a bit old male turkey. You can see it's a cock-like. So this one still is not mature to mate. Even this one. Even a birema? No. So the mature ones which mate are these big ones which are about 18 kilos, 20 kilos. And it says a lot on price when you're selling. So the mature ones which are mating are those ones. Those ones each now is about 18 to 20 kilograms. And when we are selling, we sell it about 250, 220, 250. Then these female ones like this, which are laying eggs, those are about 4 to 5 kilograms when you weigh them, and those ones are between 60 and 90 when you're selling to a final consumer. But on wholesale, you can always less down. Then there are guinea fowls. For them, they are very fast. We may not even catch them. They have very good colors. Then this is a transition from brooder. It has the ones now we're going to remove from here to put to now free range here with others. How many are they, Ivan? Ivan is a farm keeper, so he knows the numbers. How many are they?
All of them.
These ones which are here.
These ones are 34.
When are you putting them out? And they to be put out now?
Yeah, I'm going to put them.
Go there and put them out. We start free range, free feeding with these ones because now they're old enough. You go inside and because now these ones are past the transition period. They're supposed to join the farm. Yeah, there are many.
From the brooder, they are brought
In a transition.
to here.
The transition period, we put them for about 3 weeks. Then they can fatten a bit. They can know the weather, which is not controlled temperature, which is a bit cold. Yeah.
So now they can come out.
They can come out and join others. You can see they are almost there, the size. And most of these, I can see they are males because you can see their legs are tall, and about maybe 10 females.
How about the other house?
The house also is for hatching. When they lay eggs, they hatch from there. But if we are overwhelmed by the ones which are from brooder, we also transition from there because there are others which have transitioned from there. So these ones, they were about 23. They have now joined the family. They are being teased. They lay eggs from, and we are going to show. They lay eggs from this side. Small ones, you can see how they are running. There are guinea fowls there and turkeys. They mix. So these ones are the same age with the other ones. We are transitioning out and bringing the other ones from the brooder.
Okay. This is a guinea fowl.
Yes, this is a guinea fowl.
It is lame.
Yeah, it is lame. It was hit in one of the blocks like this. Hit it in the primary stages, so it is unfortunate. It is lame. So these turkeys. So the other one is brooding. You keep it and bring it. So when they brood, we bring eggs from the store and we put them here. Like this one is brooding. Is brooded, is going to hatch.
This is where they
They hatch from.
They hatch from.
Yeah, it is brooded. It is now sitting on eggs. It is going to hatch this week. How many eggs does it have, Ivan? It has 25 eggs. You expect it to hatch about 20 or even all. They are good hatchers. They hatch well, but sometimes maybe the eggs are not fertilized or what, so you don't get maximum. Ideally, if we had an incubator and we mark maybe. So the newcomers are down there. They are shy. They're down there until they get used to this. But these other ones also tease them. They can beat them. So now this is a critical stage. We have to observe whichever is not very strong this week. We put it back like that. 167, including these ones? Including these ones? All of them. And the other ones, including? Even the one is in brooders. Okay, so there are 167 birds. We want to sell about 150, and we start afresh next year with maybe 30 remaining, and we multiply. So that's where we, of course, jump out, go to the neighborhood, and they destroy plants. And so when there's this cage, they don't jump out, and the green cage, and they don't expect predators like eagles, birds, or what. It also prevents diseases because some predators don't come with diseases, and also we control thieves if there were any. So it helps. So really, it has helped because at first we're having issues with birds flying over. So this is what is on the turkey farm. Basically,
Okay, what inspired you into turkey farming?
what inspired me into turkey farming actually was COVID. During COVID times, I'm a doctor, so we almost had nowhere to go. We're locked down, and you want to have something to eat. You're stuck on red beans. You can't even have chicken. You can't have goat's meat or even beef because there was a total lockdown. So this one, I saw it as something where it can fast source of proteins. If you have them, when you're stuck, you can cut one and you can't finish it after all. You can take it for 3 to 4 days. Two, they are very high on demand because as I was telling you, even these young ones, I have buyers who want to buy these ones after transition at around 45,000 to 50,000, and there are many. So either way, two things. One, having an alternative from the white collar jobs or from the primary job. Two, business. I'm a businessman. So if I have 160, I'm going to sell in Christmas. If I even multiplied by average by 50, that's good money. And I'm doing it at home. I'm not renting land. I'm hands-on. I also be fit. I come and do farming myself. So it is a source of income. Question number 2.
So can someone do this farming at home?
Yes, as we are seeing, we are at home. Where we mixed feeds from is actually home. We have partitioned. The one is home, has pavers. This one is just local, high raised. So we are partitioned. So we can do it at home as long as you can partition. You don't mix birds with human being, with other people. Like as we are partitioned, it is okay for home. It becomes a smart farming.
So if someone has space at home, they can do that.
They can do this, and you don't need a lot of space because in about 25 by around 50, you can see this is about 50 by around 25. You can see we have 160 and we have space enough. So it is very, very okay.
You can do from home.
The reason why we do from home is monitoring, because we do other jobs, we do other work. So like I'm a doctor, so I come late. So, but in the morning before I go to work, I first come in the farm. On Saturday, Sunday, I fasting on farm. So whichever is sick, you can identify, because these farm keepers, they are not so passionate. This is not their business, so they can only do feeding and maybe when you say vaccinate or give them medicine. So the reason we do it at home, we want to watch and be hands-on.
What can you tell someone who wants to do this project at home? How can you brief them?
In summary,
how do you start? How do you feed? How do you hatch? And how do you sell?
Great.
The entire
in summary,
cycle.
The snapshot of this when you want to do it at home, you have to be ready with two things: space, where you can partition. That's one. Two, with like a greenhouse mesh like this. They are of many types. You can choose to do polyfiber, which actually is better, but when you put it up, water can't come here. But we realized later. But even with this, these are okay. When it rains, they can take shelter this way. 4, you have to put some like these pennies. These ones that at least they can hatch from there. You can transition from there. You can isolate sick ones to this side. But also, feeding is most important. If you have another space, another huge land, you can grow maize for yourself and do broken. But in the event you don't have, you have to depend on buying. And what actually the most challenge we have, these birds eat by the way a lot. But if you're mixing, you're giving them greens, like the shrubs and greens. They don't actually eat a lot because they like shrubs. But if you're going to depend on broken, in a week, 150 or 160 birds, they eat 100 kilograms of broken. 100 kilograms of broken is 120,000. So you can see you're spending 120,000 per week. However, like now that we have old ones, which are ready for market, if I sold like maybe one cock turkey, is enough to take me for 2 weeks, because I'm after all going to get minimum 240. So those are 2 weeks. So now this farm can support itself. But if you don't have feeds, you can't take on. And you have to have where you get grass and keep giving them grass, because grass, they get vitamins, they get their immunity becomes high, so you don't have a lot of sick ones.
Okay. Okay, so now, basically, you have to have food, you have to have space and water. You give them water.
Yes, and you have to have a veterinary doctor on contact, on call, because sometimes they get some diseases, pox, Newcastle, but Newcastle rarely, but mosquitoes give them infections, and they get swellings, and you're feeding for yourself. No issues really. Like these ones, you come from transition, you can see they are very smart and very clean, but the mosquitoes can disturb them. So you have to spray again. We fumigate to fend off mosquitoes and other flies.
Okay. So what other challenges do you get on the farm?
The challenges I get on the farm, as I said, sometimes you wake up and the farm keeper tells you there are no feeds, but he didn't tell you actually prior. So you have to make sure that at least you supply urgently, because for them they can't stay a day without feeding. Two, you can find maybe they fought. They like fighting, they are picky. So the males can fight, and sometimes you find they have injured one other male and is about to die. So that one you have to slaughter and maybe save it. Otherwise, at times you fail to treat it, because the wounds, if they are more than 50%, there's nothing you can do. So minus that, maybe feeding, there are no more challenges really. There are not many. They don't fall sick regularly. So you have to give, maybe at times mix, when you see that maybe there is cough, you mix Septrin in their water. Maybe at times they get some fever, you also give them basically, but they don't really fall sick regularly. More so the truth geese and the guinea fowls, they don't fall sick. These turkeys somehow, but not even so always.
Okay. So this basically it's because we are interested in
Now on
financial
sales, what we do, we want to take numbers more than 20. We put, I have my car, of course I put in the boot. We get racks, they are raffia racks. You tie their legs, you put like about 20 or 30 in the boot. Even when you are in Kalerwe, you open the boot and people see they already swam there. But there's a market around Brew Shed in town, towards Clock Tower around there. When we take like 100, we put it there in about 1 to 2 days we sell. There we have our salesmen, we just mark and put in the cage and we sell together. You sit there, you sell. Tomorrow you come, you sell. Every day you sell like about 50 or 60, so 100. Online buyers have actually always offered much money because they are final consumers. But people in town around Bruce Shepherd, around there towards Clock Tower, some of them want to go and rear, some of them want to go and sell. So there are middlemen in between, so you don't get maximum. However, as I said, the male of 18 kilograms, either way, on average, you don't fail to get 200,000. That's on the minimum. And the female which lays eggs, on the minimum, on average, 50 to 90. That's it. The truth geese, for them, they are a pair. They always want to say in a pair, a female and a male. Whoever buys wants to buy like that. I don't know why. Maybe they want to go and rear or what. A pair is 340. So meaning that each bird is about maybe 120. For the guinea fowls, these small guinea fowls in Kawanga, this one each is 60. They also buy like that. They want to buy in pairs, but even if you take one by one, this one each is 50, 60. And they are about to hatch, to lay eggs, by the way. So that is all I can say on sales. But the market is overwhelming. The market is there. You can't take birds and you come with them. That's what I can say. That's what I can say. Yeah, there are a little bit of fight here. These are newcomers also trying to learn how to survive off the transition house. So that's what I can. In these trees and those ones in the farm, we just trim them not to get to the roof. These birds, they like staying, when they are in the evening, they like staying up. They jump and stay up there. That's what they like, even here. So they can't sleep down here. More so the turkeys and the guinea fowls. The truth geese, for them, they don't go high raise. You can see sometimes they go jump up the roof there. That's where they want to be. During the day, maybe they want to get vitamin D, or they want to try to escape, they can't. But at night, all of them, they either sleep here or in these trees. They like them. So when you remove them, you're limiting them. So that's why we leave them there, or that's why you put them there. These are guavas. They also produce guavas. So it's a mixed farming kind of. Yeah, so what I want to tell the public or the interested consumers of this information, these turkeys and the geese are the most delicious white meat. You see, of late, there are a lot of non-communicable diseases, hypertension, diabetes, arthritis, all those. Now, why also I got into this as a doctor, I advise my patients to go for white meat. So what about me? I also need to take white meat. So this is white meat. It is not only just medicinal or what, but it's very delicious than chicken, than any other white meat you have ever taken. More so like these big ones, which are male, when you do it deep frying, oh my God, it is yummy. Even with the soup, these are the best I have ever tasted. The beauty with them, they bulk when you cook them. So you can't finish one, maybe if you are a family of about 7 and above. By a family of 3 or 4, you take it for 3 days, you put in fridge. So why we went into this, we want to go to healthy habits of eating white meat, good feeding, we keep safe, we don't want to increase our cholesterol, we don't want to increase our risk of having many types of turkeys, but here we chose to put 2 breeds, 2 types. Reason being, these ones we have here can survive in harsh environment. They are not selective, you can mix them with other birds. But the other ones, red baboon, you don't mix it. It is very, very selective. 2, these ones are mature very fast. The ones are big in size, they have a big body, so you may take a lot of money when you want to sell them. Because like red baboon, on average, they are selling a pair 1.5 million. But who buys it? The end user. You can only be the consumer of it, but you can't do it for economic purpose. The people will not buy. People can't buy expensive like that. So here we have the 2 types. The other one which is like white, and the other one which is like purple black. They're the ones which actually in market peak very fast, average, moderate on price, so which people can afford. So we do on demand, we do as market demand. The farm, we are trying to mix concentrates for layers with broken. So this is cow G. These are layers concentrates. We mix 50 kilograms with 100 broken to get the ratio which is required to make those the turkeys which are layers to lay eggs. So this is about 100 kilograms of broken with 50 kilograms of broken is maize which is just crushed like half or 3 times. So actually when we say broken, you can see this maize is broken. So that is how we mix for layers. However, we have young ones which are 4 weeks, 5 weeks. They are here and take that. They have their broiler starter feeds, which are here, which are also made.
These are what?
Broiler starter feeds. They are pellets.
Pellets.
These are pellets. They are made like this for easy digestion, for easy picking, because these birds are pickers. So this is a brooder. So today we are removing these ones from the brooder. These ones from the brooder. They are here. They have about 5 weeks. They have exceeded the maximum time to be in the brooder. So they are both turkeys and guinea fowls. They are about how many guinea fowls? They are about 4 guinea fowls and about 20 turkeys. These turkeys at this stage, you may not know exactly which is male, which is female, but when you put them down, you see the one which is tall is male.
So when they hatch, they are put in the brooder.
First stage they are put here. This is the primary brooder. You can see they are very young ones. These have 2 weeks. They feed from there. There's a drinker. Their feeds are there. They feed from there. When they are about 2 weeks, 3 weeks, now we're going to shift those ones. We put them here because there's one which is hatching, so you have to shift. The logic is they must be controlled temperatures, heat and light, so they don't have to crowd and kill each other. So that's why there are bulbs, lead bulbs, 100 watts, which are hot. So that one, this farm, by the way, it is now approximately a year. We started with 1.5 millions. The 500,000 went into caging off. So 1 million in buying stock of breeds. The birds themselves. These birds, first I got about 3. I got about 3 from Kumi, and those 3, 2 were females, 1 was male. So, but I got a contact of a person from Kumi who supplies me here. So he was selling me each bird at 35,000. So we bought total for 1 million, and we started with that. And then we added about 350, 10 birds, and now that is all. They have multiplied and multiplied. We have sold some, we have eaten some, like that. The feeds, they are seasonal. At minimum, there's when a sack of broken is at 75,000. Then when it peaks, 85, 95, 100, now it's at 120. So now it's a crisis time. It is safer, like sometimes when you have money, we always do stocking. We do stocking, we get like about a metric ton of broken. A metric ton of broken, it means you have 10 sacks. 10 sacks of 100 kilograms. That's 1,000 kilograms you stock. So that one can take you for about maybe about 10 to 15 weeks. When you premix, you take about 20 weeks. It is easier there and safer. We mix with imported concentrates from Netherlands, Kouji's. So if you want to fatten, they give you a broiler finisher. If you want for layers, like most of these are laying, we are still multiplying, so we want a lot of eggs. We put a layer concentrates. If you want for growers, they also have. So they have made our life easy. The only thing I'm worried about, if you don't premix with those concentrates of Kouji layers, these birds will eat broken, they will not lay. But first, when we're not mixing, they were laying, though the amounts were small. But when you mix with Koujis, you have a lot of eggs in a short period of time, then they go into hatching, you do good turnovers. So I don't regret mixing with Koujis, but when you don't have the money, that's where the problem is. Because Koujis, for them, a sack of 50 kilograms is 220. So the issue, the whole logic is on feeding. Poor feeding, poor yields. Good feeding, good yields, and many yields.
So yeah, it is hot here, but ladies and gentlemen, that is all about the farm. Make sure to try this project if you can, because I mean it is profitable, it is an extra source of income. You don't have to put in a lot. Yeah, you don't have to put in a lot. It is not something that you'll have to monitor 24 hours, so you can you know, have it at home and you have an extra source of income without a hassle. So make sure to try it if you can. If you have some little space remaining at home, you can kind of fence it off, and then you know, try this project out, because it is worth it. The turkeys are not as cheap as chicken. Yeah, so it is good money. Make sure to try it and give me. Yes guys, that is the end. Kindly subscribe if you haven't and let me know.